Okay, here's a quick 30-minute workout for you. The link to the playlist is Express Bar 15 is in the post, so feel free to listen to that music a little bit louder. All you need today is your mat, a light set of hand weights, and a chair or sturdy surface to use as your bar. All right, I will count you guys down to start by hitting play. All right. 3, 2, 1. I want to make sure I'm not too loud. All right. I want you to stand in a wide V. All right. You're just going to squat and lift. Squat and lift. Reach the arms front, reach them back. Just warming up the legs. Down and up. So we are going in like a wide sumo squat. So your knees can go slightly forward versus when we plie, you're opening through the hips. Down and up. Down and up. Belly stays in nice and tight. 8 more. 8, 7. Sitting that bottom down towards that seat. 3, 2. Now you're going to reach to the floor, reach the ceiling. Floor and ceiling. Lower and lift. At least reaching towards the floor. So what I don't want you to do is bend forward to get the floor. I want you using your legs down and up. Getting that blood pumping, getting that heart rate up. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low. Now I want you to pivot towards your right side. Arms can stay out. You're just going to lower and lift. Lowering into that lunge. If you need to bring that back foot forward, do that. But you want to make sure that front leg stays, that knee stays in line with the ankle. You're not pushing out over those toes. You're dropping right down between those legs. Down and up. 8, 7. This back leg, you're pushing that hip flexor forward so you feel that whole quad. 3, 2. Hold it low and pulse it. So again, if you bring that foot in closer, you're still sitting that front leg back towards that seat. Working into that front leg, feeling the quad of that back leg. 2 more sets. 8. Final 8 right here. Hold it here. Hinge it over. Step that back foot back a little bit more and pulse. Down. 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten that front leg. Step that back one in a little closer. Lean down over that leg. Belly still in nice and tight. Walk those feet. Walk those hands back to center. Pull that tummy in. Roll yourself up. Second set. Squatting it down. Down. Lower. Lift. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. 4, 3, 2. I'm already breaking a sweat. Now reach for the ground. 8. 4, 3, 2. Stay nice and low. Turning the opposite direction. Arms are out, lower. So remember, back leg, that hip is pushed forward. Even if you bring that foot in closer, down, up. You're pushing into that front heel. Down, up. 8. 4, 3, 2. Hold it to your lowest point and pulse. Tiny little 1-inch pulses right here. 8. 4, 3, 2. Hold it low. Reach those hands down. Step that back foot back. Pulse into that low lunge. Down, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that foot in. Straighten that front leg. Leaning over that leg, getting a nice stretch. You should feel that stretch all the way up that leg. Walk those hands back to the front, belly in, and roll yourself up. Grab your weights. All right. So you're holding those weights, one in each hand, water bottle, soup cans, or nothing. I want those feet just hip distance, all 10 toes facing the front. You're going to squat down and lift. Then you're going to hinge forward and down. From the side, you're pressing back, lifting up. Straight legs, opening that chest. Down and up and deadlift. So it's like a squat. And then a deadlift, feeling those glutes and hamstrings work. Down, up, hinge. So I don't want you rounding into those shoulders. You shouldn't bring those shoulders up as you draw forward. I want you to keep a nice long spine. Tummy's pulled in nice and tight. Shoulders stay down. Hinge forward and up. Squat, hinge, and 3 more like this. You should be able to wiggle those toes. Squat, hinge. 1 more. Hinge. Now I want you to squat down and come up and down. Lift. Tiny little movements. This is it from the side. Up. Up. Tiny little moves. Up. Down. Those legs should be burning. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come up, hinge forward, lift up, squat down, lift up. Tummy's in nice and tight, hinge over, up, and squat. As your body's warming up, you should be able to squat a little lower, lift. And hinge, lift up. Lift. lift, up, squat down, up, and hinge, lift, and squat. 2 more, up, and hinge, lift, hold it here, and up, down, push that weight into those heels, feel those quads, feel those hamstrings, feel those glutes, up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, widen that stance. Keep those weights with you. All right, I want to make sure I don't run out of time here for arms and our legs here. Are we good? All right, those hands just start right here on your hips. You're just going to plie down and up. So now you're opening up those hips. You're pressing those knees back so they're not going forward. You're dropping down and up. Woo! Lower. We're getting ready to work into one arm. I'm going to start with my right arm. It's going to pull and press, pull back and press, pull back and press. Thinking about that entire right side, squeezing that shoulder blade as you draw that elbow back. Going right out, shoulder height, lower and lift. So from the side, it's down and up. Torso stays forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Now I'm going to lunge to the left. I've got my right arm right here. All right. I'm going to take my arm, and as I lunge, I'm going to draw that elbow back. Palm faces front top as I rise, it's going to push out. So it's going to be lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. Squeeze. Feel that bicep engage. Down and down. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it low, hinge it forward, straighten that right back leg, and kick back. That palm faces down, squeeze into that tricep, lift, lift. All that weight right now is in that front leg. 4, 3, tummy's in. You're looking down beyond those toes. Hold that arm up and pulse it. Up, 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 up. Good job. Tiny little lifts. I want it right there at your hip or just a little bit higher if you can. Squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Hinge that body up. Face back forward. Knees are tracking out of those toes. And drop it down and lift it up. Drop it down and lift it up. So, opposite arm's going to work this time. Down. You guys should feel from the shoulder all the way through the waistline into the back. 4, 3, 2. All right, opposite arm. Pull and press. Pull and press. Down. Draw that elbow back. Pull it. Down. So from the back, you see, I'm pinching that shoulder blade towards my opposite shoulder blade. Down. 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it nice and low. Turn to that opposite side. Straighten that back leg. Or actually starting with those palms up, sorry. As you lunge down, that elbow comes back. As you rise tall, you're going to press that hand out. Lower and press. So still working into that back. You guys should feel it. Down and up and out. Down and up and out. You should be able to wiggle those front toes. Everything's facing the direction of your knee. Eyes included. 4 more. 4, 3. Squeeze into those biceps. 2, 1. Now hold that weight. Shift that body. Straighten that back leg. Palms still facing the shoulder. Now lift. So top of the hands facing the ceiling as you straighten and squeeze into that tricep. Straighten, bend. Straighten and bend. Lift that arm up a little higher. Straighten, straighten, straighten. Squeeze into those muscles. You guys are in control. Even if you're not holding that weight, you can be working super, super hard and super deep. Straighten and bend. Four more. Hold it up there, pulse it. Up, up, up. Pull that belly in nice and tight. So we do not want to open up. So if you were looking at yourself in a mirror or window or someone can see you in the room, make sure you're squaring that body down to the floor. 3, 2, and 1. We'll lift it up. You're going to lose the weights. We're going to work into those legs and get ready to finish up. So, you're going to use your chair, countertop, stable surface. You can always go down to your hands and knees or your forearms and your knees if you prefer to just stay on the mat. All right? So, I want you to bring your forearms right here. All right? If that doesn't feel comfortable, do like your forearms and then just place your hands there. So you're hinged forward that far from your surface. You're bending into those knees. That tummy's in. You're not arching that back. You're pulling that belly in, so you're flattening that back. Right leg stays bent. Extend that left leg and lift it till you feel that glute catch, okay? You're squeezing, remember, from the top of that left cheek all the way out through that big toe. So I don't want any bend. I'd rather have you a nice straight leg with that toe tapping on that floor than lifted and bent. All right? You're just going to pulse up, 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 up. Tummy's in nice and tight. Nice bend in that right leg. You're working into that supportive leg as well. Squeeze. If someone's looking at you, they barely see that movement of the legs. It's just the squeezing of that cheek causing that tiny little pulse. Up, up. So if somebody could come, bounce those coins off both cheeks right now because everything's super tight, right? Squeeze, squeeze. Tummy's in nice and tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3 more, 2. Hold that leg up, bend that straight leg, or bend that supported leg down, down, down. Tiny little pulses into that standing leg. 8, 7. You see I have not moved that lifted leg. Mercy. 4, 3, 2. Now both legs. Pulse up, pulse down. Woo! Pull that tummy in. Take that arch out of your back. Down and up. So it's like little pliers. One leg's bending down, one leg's lifting up. 8, 7. You guys should feel this. That standing leg is going to feel amazing. 4, 3, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. All right, keep that lifted leg right there. Lift up onto the toes, that standing leg, and stand, and bend, and stand, and bend. So even if that heel's lifted just a little bit over your floor mat, up and down, up and down, up. Again, see that lifted leg has not moved. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and done. Release. You can keep it right there. I'm going to change this so you guys can see my lifted leg the whole time. We're switching sides. So that supportive glute, y'all should felt that right there, right? Woo-wee. All right. So set yourself up. Forearms. Even if you place those hands, if it feels better to have your hands holding on, do that. I don't know what your chair is like. Some friends have told me they've been using stools. Just place those palms there. But you're about a forearm's distance from your bar. I want your back nice and long, so no arch. Scoop that belly. Bend those knees so we're not standing locked knee. You're bending into that little tiny semi-squat, extending that opposite leg. Lifting till you feel that glute catch. And pulse it. Squeeze. Woo-wee. I forgot a towel, and I need it. My goodness. Tiny lift and squeeze that leg. Tummy's in nice and tight. Think about when you're taking a barre class, you've got to connect with the entire body. So you've got to think about what's going on in every single part of your body. Nothing's loose. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, hold that leg up. All right, supportive leg bends. Keep that lifted leg straight up in the air, nice and tight. You're bending that supportive leg, maybe 2 inches total. Squeeze everything. Y'all hear the wind whirling in here? So this will give you a good laugh. I was in taping last week. My husband told me that he can hear every single thing I say from the front porch. Whew. I'm sure my neighbors crack up. 8, 4, 3, 2. All right, both legs up and down, Create those little pliers, little pinchers, moving in opposing directions. As you bend that supportive leg, you're lifting that lifted leg up a little higher, but it's still nice and tiny, 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 tiny. Almost feel like that tension. If you were those pliers that you can't go any further, create that resistance. 8. Everything's engaged. Pull that tummy in. Scoop it up to that spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Lift the heel of that supportive leg. You're going to stand and lower. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. Straighten, bend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. All right, step back. Shoot one of those hips off to the side by bending the opposite leg. And switch sides. All right, guys, we are going to come down and finish on the mat. So I would like you to lay on your backs. We're going to work nice and slow. So I want you guys to really squeeze through those legs. Make them feel nice and heavy, like you've got weighted ankle weights on the ankles. Hands behind your head to start. You're just going to take those legs tabletop. So when you're tabletop, I don't want those knees up over those belly buttons. I want you pushing out so they're above the hips. Straighten that left leg and just switch and switch. Pressing that back into the mat. If you need more support, press those hands onto that floor mat next to you. Stop those knees at tabletop. I want you squeezing that leg nice and straight as you lengthen and tiny little bend. 8. Feel that core tight. 4, 3, bring those hands behind your head. We're going to slow things down. You're going to turn and turn and turn and turn. So you notice I'm not bringing that knee all the way in. I'm keeping those legs in a shorter range of motion. Even if those legs need to come up higher towards the ceiling, it's like a little micro bend. Switch over. Switch over. Now, your back stays pressed into the mat the entire time. So that core is engaged, even though we're moving nice and small. Twist over. Twist over. Twist over and over. Twist and twist and twist. Press that back in and twist. If you can go super low, you're bringing it all the way down here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that head. Bring those knees in and hug them in nice and tight. Hopefully that was a nice, quick little burner for you guys here today. Open those knees out to the side. And bring them back together. Hands come behind those knees. Roll up to seated. Extend those legs long. Take one foot and cross it over the straight opposite leg. So I've got my left leg crossed over my right leg. I'm going to pull that knee and that foot in as close as I can. My right hand's going to wrap around that left knee, and I'm going to turn towards that left side. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Sometimes 30 minutes feels like a short time, and then you're doing it, and you're like, whoo, how long is this? And then I'm like, thank goodness, that is over. So you can go enjoy the rest of your day or shower and get ready for your night. Switch those legs. Remember to try and bring that foot and that knee in as close to your torso as you can. Wrap that arm and twist. This should feel like a nice stretch, not painful. So if it's painful, please come out of it and don't do anything that's going to hurt yourself. Release that twist. Bring those feet together, and you're going to roll forward onto those toes. I want those feet parallel and about hip distance. Press those palms into the floor mat in front of you and shoot those hips up to the ceiling, straightening your legs. So if you need to walk those hands out further from you so you can keep them flat on the mat, I want you to feel a nice stretch in the back of those legs. Now, keeping as much of your palm or your fingertips on that floor mat in front of you, I want you to walk those hands in as close to your feet as you can without lifting them up. Pull that belly button in nice and tight to your spine. Tuck that chin, and as slowly as you can, you're going to roll up. You're going to feel each movement in the back of those legs as you roll yourself up to standing. Your head is still lowered. Your chin's tucked to your chest, so your head is the very last thing to come up. Roll those shoulders down and back, and down and back. Now bend those knees. Sweep those arms. Take a nice deep breath up. Fill those lungs with air. And exhale. And give yourself a round of applause. Thank you guys so much. Be well, stay safe and healthy. And until next time, have an awesome day or night.